Willkommen zurück in Landfall. Ja, machen wir mal die Quests, wie es ist. Na, gerade nicht. Erstmal werde ich hier die ganze Insel erkunden. Dann werde ich diese Insel einfach schon mal fertig machen. Weil da gibt's Backbox.
Wings holding up? That must be the tower Jomar mentioned. And it's full of sun wings. That can't be good.
Plus. Als ein Mondfisch.
There, on the beach. A Quinn scout. I need to get closer. See if he's carrying a relic like Jomar mentioned. No relic. Can't be Jomar's brother. I should take a look around. See if I can find anyone else. More dead scouts. I should check if one of them is Jomar's brother. But I'll need to get rid of those machines first. Frost will hurt it.
Keiner weiß wo. Keiner weiß wie.
I guess Christmas is busy. That's all of them. I should check the scouts. There's no relic. Not sure if either of them are Oris. But maybe one of them dropped it as they fought off the machines? My focus might show me more. Huh. Nothing. Maybe my focus can pick up their tracks instead? There. Maybe Oris escaped the machines. Better see where it leads.
Okay. Lass mich raten, ich darf dann den Turm klettern. Wollte ich sagen, steigen, aber.
Machine. It looks like it gave chase, but Oris fought it off. Looks like he ran inside the tower. Probably to escape those sunwings up there. Tracks end here. I must have climbed up this tower. Find a way up this tower. I need to find a way up this tower.
Okay. Schaden wenigstens beseitigt, jetzt kann ich kämpfen.
Dead end. Maybe if I go outside, I can find another way up. Oh, another close one. This must be Oris. But there's only one way to be sure. I better check for the relic. The relic. And my focus picked up data on it. It's not a beacon, it's a tourist map of San Francisco. If the Quen could read this, they wouldn't need to send scouts out blind. I should tell Alva.
Aloy! I'm here.
Alva, I found some data I think Bohai might be interested in seeing. I'm sending it to you now.
I'll pass it along.
Thanks. I better take this relic back with me. Give it back to Jomar. Along with the bad news.
Okay. Richtig. Der Vorstand hier. Eine Insel. Ausweichen sein sollen.
Purge water ammo could help here.
Mental Crossfire. Also ich bin.
It'd be good to loot all the dead machines here. Might find the parts I'm looking for.
Ah. Ich die Parts. Nein.
I need to find another herd to get the parts I need.
Fragezeichen. einen an.
A view from the old world. The building doesn't look like any of the ruins around here. Maybe it's underwater now.
Aber
A ruin with a dome. Kind of looks like the one in the image.
Frage, wo war die... Okay. Da ist die... Da ist wahrscheinlich die... Nördlich. Soll ich das? Yes. Das Eingang. Dann.
This doesn't look right. Better try another spot.
Hier ist Brücke. Der Brücken dahin. Ja. Okay, die da sein. Das Gepinge ist.
Nope. I should find another spot.
Doch von hier sein. In dieser Höhe? Sagen? haben. Was? Den oben die Brücke. Aber jetzt kommt das mit der Öffnung. Der Runde. Passt alles irgendwie. So. Das ist der. Ding. Ja.
There it is.
App. Can't get. Okay. Mr. Point erledigt. Aber interessant, dass die Brücke immer noch ihren roten Rostschutzlack hat. Die muss doch alle 5 Jahre erneuert werden. Die wird doch dauerhaft maintained. Weil vielleicht ist das auch kein Rostschutzlack, sondern einfach nur Rost. Hundeschutz und Lack. Welt. Epic Stormers. Okay. Dann gerade auf. An dir. Instantly in der Curling. Impact. Acid Damage. Ah. Gut. Stormbird. Ah, man kann ja also nicht klettern. Ja, man kann ja wirklich nicht hochklettern. Okay, man sich hochglitscht. Was für eine Frechheit. Wieder hoch. Rein aus Prinzip will ich da jetzt hoch. Wenn die so eine große Collision Box haben, dann muss es da doch... Dann muss es da oben noch irgendwas Schönes geben. Ich will nicht warten. Oh. Hallo, neu gespawnter Apex Stormbird. Wo haben wir aber nicht hier weg? Dann laufe ich mal zum Campfire. Dann gibt es den Blackbox. Das Puff. An die solche Kristall zugekommen sind.
I can find a voice recording here.
No. Just cut the Harrison too. The remaining ships are concentrating their fire on the lead Horus, but there must be 6 more coming in behind it. And there are several ashore and moving inland further up the coast. Copy that. We'll keep eyes on it. But whatever this Zero Dawn super weapon is, you'd better use it soon or there'll be nothing left.
The final secret. There was no weapon. Just hope that life could survive. There's another locator beacon on the same frequency.
Da gibt's ganz viel. Whitemores, ihr habt kein Interesse an mir. Ich habe auch kein Interesse an euch. Ihr habt Interesse an mir, aber ich habe trotzdem kein Interesse an euch.
That broken building looks interesting. I wonder if there's something inside. Okay, I'm in. I should take a look around.
Flower.
Still, we're swimming for it.
Komm ich noch rein mit einem... Weiter wie... Ouch.
Miscalculated that landing. Okay, where to now? Energy cell. It looks like it's out of power.
Ah, stimmt ja, das ist ja... Das ist nicht mit linker Maustaste machen.
There we go. Energy cells charged up. Nope, looks like the cell's losing power. Cell's out of power. I gotta charge it up again. I think I can make it to the
Ich habe das
elevator.
Gefühl, von anderen würde es halt nicht reichen.
The energy cell must be damaged. It won't hold a charge for long. Got it. The elevator should have power now. Can't believe this thing still works.
Der Elevator bringt uns nach unten.
Let's get this fire grenade out of here. I can't be this close.
Du in den Aufzug. Gut, nicht noch. Dann oben.
Okay, bring up. That should help.
Sag ich's jetzt? Wo brauch ich? Ah, da brauch ich. Dann
Well, it's a good thing I have another way to get up there. I'll get my kit dry at least.
ups. Ich glaube nicht, dass ich hier hin sollte. Irgendwie ist die Collision nur sehr begrenzt. Sieht auch nicht so aus, als ob es hier sonderlich viele Sachen zu tun. sagen, man könnte fast sagen, ich muss jetzt hin und weg und wieder hin traveln, weil ich in ein Loch gefallen bin. Was würde man machen, wenn man kein Fast Travel Pack mehr hat? Ach ja, richtig. Man schließt. Lädt einfach den letzten Spielstand. Der wird ja wahrscheinlich Fast Travel Punkt.
That should help. Okay, I'm in. I should take a look around. Okay, where to now? Okay, I should be able to make the jump to the other building. Made it.
Hier bin ich jetzt wieder.
Interesting. This could help.
$109. Dann den 9.
Got it! There we go. Another ornament. Gotta find a way to get to it. According to this, the door needs a key module and a 2-part code to open. Sounds like I might find those things higher up. Need to find a closer spot.
Weg, du musst dann trotzdem weg. Firegleam. Von außen.
get to that key module. Better try further back. Should be able to pull that. I think that vent might lead to the floor above. Well, that didn't work. This could be useful.
So.
That should be both parts of the code I need for the door. Now I just have to find a key module.
Ja. Das habe ich auch gesehen. Wo es ist. Ah, da. Oben. Nein, das ja die Kiste hier unten brauche. Um dann auf der Kiste zu gehen. Um dann die Leiter freizuschießen und dann da hochklettern zu können. Wäre dann eine Kiste mit 3 Wendungszielen. Eine Tür, so ein bisschen.
Okay, bring up. Got it. A key module. Good. I have everything I need to open the door to the relic. Okay, now for the code. One more ornament for the collection? I wonder what kind of lights this one will show. Better make a trip to see Stemmer. I might want to take another look around. See if I can find anything else.
Ah, okay. Okay. Erforschen. Erstmal zu dem Shelter. Dann vom Shelter aus. Geht's weiter. Ja.
Not gonna back down.
Weg. Dann weiter. Dort ist eins, aber die einmal dahin. dann da.
I'll save the extra stock for later.
Dann haben wir bis auf die eine Gebiet, wo ich hochklettern konnte. Also fertig. Ah, da. Schade. Okay. Vielleicht nochmal wieder zurück nach Eckvoll. Danach geht's, glaube ich, mal wieder zurück. Hey. Da wird's jetzt ja einiges, dass man reden kann.
Ancestor, you've returned. Did you?
I'm sorry.
How did he die?
The tower was a sunwing nest. He went in there looking for cover, but he was holding on to that when I found him.
Horace.
I read the data on it. It had a map that can help your people get the lay of the land without risking more scouts. All of us sharing it with Bohai right now. It's a good thing your brother protected it.
I'd trade all the data and the legacy to have my little brother back. But I'm glad that something meaningful came from his death. As promised, you now have access to my weapon stock. If you bring me the right resources, I can make you anything you see there. Actually, why don't you give this a try? One of our best. And if it's of use, you know where to find more.
Thank you. I'm really sorry for your loss.
I know you are. And I'm grateful.
Boah, wir haben mal gezeigt, wie man einen Item. So. Halt ein.
Will that serve you well in battle? I'd be glad to.
Schauen kann ich.
any weapons you need, Ancestor.
Ow! What was that?
Jetzt. Dann fast travel ich mal wieder zurück zur Base. Schauen und was da so Neues. Da jetzt eine Metal Flower einbringen. Es können.
Aloy,
May we speak?
you think we can talk? There she is. Heard you had an interesting time at Thebes.
Maniacs, lava. What's not to like?
I'll remember that next time I go traveling.
At least I got what we needed to trap Hephaestus.
Good thing I got my gear ready then. Oh, before I forget. Here. Something to commemorate our mission. We did good together.
Yeah, we did. You look tired.
Ha! You're never one to hold back, are you? I've just been making sure that I got everything down for this mission of yours. I wouldn't want to be the usual screw-up out there.
You'll do fine, Errand. Have you spoken with Alva yet?
Yeah, when she's not reading the archives like a giddy kid drinking her first ale. She took to that new focus quick, that's for sure. I gotta say, I'm a little jealous. But I can see why you two hit it off.
I should get going.
As soon as you want us heading out to those cauldrons.
I'll give you the heads up.
So, hast du einen zweiten A?
Aloy, well met. We've been briefed on our mission, and are ready whenever you wish to head to Cauldron Gemini.
Were you able to finish the new arm Gaia was helping you with?
Indeed. I was hoping we could discuss it, if you have a moment.
How are your studies going?
I wanted to learn more about the world of the Old Ones.
And?
I looked up this pharaoh Gaia said you went looking for, and learned about the plague of machines he unleashed. To think that the ancient world was wiped out by a mistake. A single miscalculation. There is no glory or honor in such a fate. Only hubris. And pointless death.
Ja, das
That sums it up. Have you spoken with Alva?
The Quen is peculiar. Nothing like a Tenakth. Her mind is sharp, that much is certain. But it's hard to imagine her surviving in the wilds.
Trust me, she's tougher than she looks.
I will take your word for it.
Mir fehlt hier noch ein Kater.
Did Aaron tell you we found the people who gave Regala's rebels the power to override machines?
He told me of the battle. I suggested he etch this victory on his fighting arm with one of our inkers.
Is he going to do it?
He didn't say no.
You wanted to talk about your arm?
Indeed. It's time to test it. And I want you to be there.
Okay. How are we doing this?
Not how. Where? Will you meet me where we felled Regala's tremor tusk? Right where the river bends?
Sure, if you want, but I'm not sure I understand.
You'll see when we get there. I promise.
Then I'll let you know when I get close.
You have my thanks, Aloy.
I have to go now.
Then do not let me keep you.
Like I said, I'll call you when I'm close to Regala's old outpost near the bulwark.
May the Ten guide your way.
From the look on your face, I'd say the mission was a success.
I got Omega clearance. Is everyone ready to head out to Cauldron Gemini?
As soon as you give the word.
Did Alva make it here all right?
Our new Quen friend. The moment she laid eyes on the archives, she jumped on them like a long leg.
Sounds about right. Once Gaia is back up and running, I expect you to put all your training to good use.
The seeds have been planted. All they need is a chance to bloom. What? I thought that was pretty good. Zoe liked it.
I'm glad you and Zoe found each other.
Don't forget, you're to blame for that.
Now that I have Omega clearance, we can grab Hephaestus and finally have the advantage over the Zeniths.
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare down a bunch of charging Thunderjaws.
Better them than us, for once. I should go get this to Gaia.
Of course. Let us...
Welcome back.
Good to be back. Have you met our new Quen guest yet?
I could barely keep up as she gave herself a tour of the base. Varl gave her a new focus. Though when he told her she was free to access all the data we had here, she turned so pale I thought she'd faint on the spot. We showed her to the archive room so she could see for herself. She hasn't left the place since.
Sounds like Alba.
Oh, I also wanted to give you this. For helping with the land gods. Plainsong is in your debt.
Thank you, Zoe.
You deserve much more for all you've done. May the land always bloom in your steps.
And yours? How'd it go with the chorus after we fixed the land gods?
They were shocked when I told them that our lands would soon be on the mend. I thought Fane's eyes would pop out of his head. But of course they had no choice but to take it as good news, even if it meant all their preaching about meekly accepting our doom was exposed as rot. To be honest, I found the conversation to be highly enjoyable.
I'm glad. You deserve it. They're lucky that you never gave up on saving them. Read anything interesting lately?
I found out the old ones used leaf infusions like the Utaru do. Tea, they call it. Apparently it helped soothe them. That and some sort of scented wax they used to cleanse their aura. Plus something called bubble baths. I think I'll stick to singing to calm the nerves.
Anything interesting happen while I was away?
Aaron told us how you tracked down the Oseram supplying Regala with machines. In fact, he's quite adamant about relating the tale at least twice a day. But I can tell it meant a lot that you asked for his help.
I wouldn't have been able to track them down if it wasn't for him. How are things with everyone?
Slightly quieter. Aaron's been busy scouring data on his newest obsession. Apparently the old ones wrestled machines as some kind of performance. Called it metal versus meat. A must-see battle between steel and flesh, as Aaron likes to put it. You'd think we have enough of that going around as it is.
This is Aaron.
I need to get going.
Right. You've retrieved the Omega clearance. That means we'll be going after Hephaestus soon. I'll make sure my gear's ready.
Sieht hier irgendwie ein Kaja. Wir haben Dora, Osram, Tenax, Utaru und Quen und Fasine. Nur kein Kaja.
So much lost knowledge. Now Aloy!
Right to work, I see.
There's just so much. I mean, we knew of artificial beings that served the ancestors, but Gaia? Oh, she's amazing! And you, a true reincarnation of an ancestor. Genetically speaking, of course, not like the, late CO. And there's more ancestors out there, returned from beyond the stars.
And they're
Of course,
prigs.
they're trying to kill us, which is not good. And Eric Visser is with them, which is disturbing. And then there's Hephaestus, and...
Okay. How about we take it one step at a time?
You're right.
Eric, this is
I
with
also
them?
owe you an explanation for everything that happened at Landfall.
You mentioned Eric Visser? How do you know about him?
The Zenith who tried to kill you? He is known to the Quen as the Protector. Combing through data related to his work led us to breakthroughs related to weapons and military tactics. Knowledge our rulers used to conquer and expand, to become the empire we are today. That's why he's one of our most revered ancestors. But based on your encounter with him, it appears he's even more ruthless than we ever imagined. Yet another distorted interpretation in the legacy.
Well, at least you're piecing together the truth.
If only the overseers back home would do the same.
Beta mentioned other Zeniths. Tilda, Verbena, and Gerard.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about them. Whatever legacy they left behind, the Diviners haven't recovered.
I see you've been using your new focus.
It's been fascinating. So much better than the version the Quen have. What would have taken me years to sort through, like the database you helped me recover, with this, I've been able to establish search parameters to speed up the process. This could revolutionize how Diviners analyze the legacy. That is, whatever part of it the Overseers would actually let us study.
You wanted data, you'll find lots of it here.
A Diviner has never had this sort of unsupervised access to archives such as this. And knowing you, I suspect there is much that would normally be forbidden held within them. But I was sent here to help you. I would be remiss to ignore any truth laid before me. Maybe it'll help the Quen find their way back to the path of truth.
I imagine you don't know anyone here that well yet, but they're a good group.
It's funny because one of your friends is, well, another you.
Yeah.
Not that you are the same person at all. I mean, you are, as in, you're both genetically Elizabeth Sobek, but even so, you're different.
Yeah, we are. I hope everyone's been treating you okay.
Oh, yeah, of course. They've all been extremely welcoming. And they share the knowledge they learn on their focuses with each other freely. It's refreshing. Back home, Diviners can only share data with the permission from the Overseers.
Sounds restrictive and stifling.
Yeah, you are not wrong.
The ancestors, is that what your people call the old ones?
Yes and no. The ancestors are the greatest of the old ones. Those whose legacy taught us agriculture, medicine, warfare, leadership, and patronage of the science and arts.
The CO called Elizabeth Sobek an assistant. What's that about?
Right. Well, any old one who has made minor contributions or worked extensively under one of the ancestors is called an assistant. That's how we thought of Sobek, until we met you. Our limited access to data past the late 2040s has obviously misinformed our view of the past.
Yeah.
You mentioned the reason you came here was to help your family. Your sister...
Her name is Alika. Our parents are commoners, peasants, really. When I passed the divination exams, they were so proud. It brought honor to our family and increased rations. Only Alika begged me not to leave for the research academy.
Why? What happens there?
Alika knew that once you enter, you're not allowed to leave or see anyone, not even your family. Unless you can get special permission and an escort by an overseer.
It sounds harsh.
Like the focuses we keep, Diviners are few in number, and the Empire is, well, fearful that outsiders will try to steal our knowledge. Last time I was allowed to see my family was just before our voyage here. Because of my position, I was able to get them refuge from the floods within the capital. But if our crops don't recover soon, they'll starve to death along with everyone else.
I promise I'll do my best to make sure it doesn't come to that. You said you owed me an explanation for what happened in Thebes. I'm listening.
Right. I'll start at the beginning with the CO. He was an Imperial, the Emperor's nephew, in fact. As such, he sponsored many diviners to search the legacy for anything that might help the tribe, and himself. He took a special interest in anything related to Ted Faro, whom we consider the greatest of the ancestors.
Ted Faro, revered ancestor. That's tough to take.
I know better now, of course. Anyway, the diviners discovered that Faro spent a great deal of time in San Francisco. In fact, many of the most important ancestors did. So the Emperor's nephew convinced him that an expedition across the ocean might solve our most pressing problems. If only we could find the right data in this fabled city. Perhaps we could roll back the floods and storms that threatened our people. The Emperor declared that all the tribe's resources be poured into this endeavor. Dozens of ships were built, scouting missions were dispatched, and the Emperor's nephew was named CO, one who wields the legacy for the good of the Empire. The living embodiment of Ted Faro, the Renewer. It may seem strange now, but for a time, he carried all of our hopes. We really believed he would save us. We had no idea just how perilous the journey would be.
You said the expedition across the sea was more dangerous than you thought it would be. What happened?
We lost most of our ships to hurricanes, and scores of soldiers perished to hunger and disease. And that was before we even hit the coast. Once we landed, machines ripped our patrols apart, and we struggled to replenish our rations. There were bright spots, to be sure. We found Thebes and the greenhouse, but nothing improved the CO's mood as his dreams of saving the tribe were slowly dashed. He became more and more obsessed with Thebes and what lay behind its door, and more convinced that the title of CO was no mere honorific. You heard him, spouting nonsense about Pharaoh's essence and some kind of becoming. We knew these weren't the words of a sane man, but he was quick to put any who spoke out in front of a firing squad.
What a great guy.
The Quen are wrong about many things when it comes to the legacy. I can see that now. But what the CO became was a complete perversion of what principled diviners stand for. The pursuit of truth. I'm sorry you had to endure his madness. I'm just glad it's over. For everyone.
So, Bohai, your overseer. Will he run things better than CO?
He won't execute people on a whim, if that's what you mean. But he's hardly a paragon of integrity. I can't tell you how many times he took credit for data in the legacy that I uncovered. The best thing I can say about him is that he can be trusted to always do what's best for him.
Yep, sounds about right. Back at the greenhouse, you spoke of knowledge forbidden to your people.
Diviners are meant to seek out the truth in the legacy, and many Imperials sponsor them in the hopes they'll find something the Empire can put to use, thus gaining favor with the Emperor. But the Board of Overseers claims certain truths are detrimental to the stability of the Empire, like discovering one of our revered ancestors ended the world. That is why diviners are only allowed to access segments of the legacy. Only overseers can view it all. It ensures that any heretical data can be contained and retrieved before it can spread.
What happens to diviners who break the rules?
I never had the courage to ask.
I need to get going, but if you need anything...
All I need is to help you succeed in your mission. The plan Gaia told me about to capture Hephaestus. It will help set things right.
I hope so.
Then I will do whatever I can. I promise.
So, dann machen wir mal. Beta? Das tun wir doch nicht. Weil Beta hat die Tür verschlossen.
Welcome back. Aloy, I know your experience in Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
Did something go wrong with Beta and the rig? Will we be able to transport you to Gemini?
The rig is complete. The problem is Hephaestus itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct. But the net effect is that absorbing Hephaestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths. Two cores. Two overrides. What if the merge were carried out by two clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of two operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5 hours.
Okay. Varl, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the Zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay.
Ich liefere mal eben schnell die Ruins ab.
There. Let's see what we got.
Eine.
Aloy. I tried, but it's impossible. I don't think anything will convince her to go.
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way. It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone, in a cell again. A slave. Forever. Varl and I will be at Gemini too. I'll protect you. As soon as we get Hephaestus, we'll come straight back here. The Zeniths aren't going to find us. You don't have to be afraid. No! You can't protect me. Nothing can protect me from them. I told you from the beginning, we'll never beat them. It's hopeless. Beta. Leave me alone! You don't understand! You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect? Beta. You don't have a defect. Beta. Look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Rost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did it feel like? It was like having a strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. When it looks impossible, look deeper. And then fight like you can win. You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way.
Natürlich
I'll go.
Blitzer.
You said you'd try to protect me. I believe you. But you have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course. If it goes bad, if the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand? Okay. Promise? I promise. I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible. I'll be ready when you are. I swear.
Aloy, whenever you are ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
If you keep frowning that hard, you'll get wrinkles.
I just don't get this last part.
Maybe...
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. I was just studying the pulse generator schematics. The ones Gaia and Beta built. The craftsmanship is remarkable. Is everything all right? It sounded like there was an issue with Beta and the mission.
Not anymore. We just needed to talk some things through.
To understand one another is to embrace truth. Oh, and if you have a moment, there's something I could use your help with.
You mentioned there was something you needed help with?
Yes. So, as I was sifting through data from the greenhouse, I found references to an old world system back in the Great Delta. It's called Leviathan. My people discovered it decades ago. A sprawling network of river gates and a labyrinth of underground tunnels. The legacy revealed that the old ones used it to control flooding. But we've never gotten it to work. The whole thing is shut down. But the data from the greenhouse mentions the research facility where Leviathan was created. It's in San Francisco.
Another Pharaoh facility?
No. Leviathan was a project by Eileen Sasaki, another ancestor. So the legacy tells us, anyway. If we can acquire that data, we might be able to fix the system back in the Great Delta. Every year, my sister gets terrified when the long rains begin. With Leviathan, maybe she won't have to be.
Okay. So, where in San Francisco is this facility?
That's the thing. The data doesn't say where, exactly. But one of our diviners has been exploring the ruins. He might know. Would you come with me? I have a feeling that wherever this facility is, well, you're much better at fighting machines than I am.
Of course. I'll let you know when I'm in landfall.
Thank you, Aloy.
Must be strange to think that some of the ancestors your tribe reveres are still alive. And here on Earth, right now.
Yeah, it is. Part of me's curious to know who else besides Eric Visser might be among them. Maybe Nikita Arand? We call her the Spark. The legacy tells us she brought unlimited energy to the old ones. Or Sung Jiao, whom we call the Healer. It is said she found new ways to extend the ancestors' lifespans. But my curiosity fades when I think of how different our view of Visser was compared to the reality that you experienced. Perhaps it is better not to know.
Any more data catch your eye?
All of it? I have so much to study up on. Years, actually. I'm particularly interested in the Odyssey. We knew the ancestors had made it to the moon. In fact, we theorized some of them had settled on it. But Sirius is way farther than that. And we thought journeying across the ocean would be the feat of a lifetime. The sheer calculations needed for space travel, it's overwhelming to think about.
Even so, the Quen are way ahead of other tribes when it comes to understanding this stuff. Where I grew up, everyone thought that stars were sparks that rose from a fire lit by the goddess to guide us through the night. Have you spoken with Zoe at all?
A little bit, but I did hear her singing with Varl not too long ago. I don't think they noticed. Zoe seemed so free when she did it. Like every emotion she had was taking flight in song. And she looked happier because of it. I felt so dull and nervous in comparison.
You should ask Zoe to teach you sometime. About Utaru music.
Maybe.
If you need anything before heading out to the cauldrons.
You have nothing to worry about. Gaia's explained your plan in detail, as expected from such an efficient AI. I've even received some very, succinct combat advice from Kotalo. You know, in case the Zeniths show up.
What kind of advice?
Hit him with a stick.
Told me to run.
For now. We'll even the odds soon enough.
Oh.
I should go. Make sure you talk to Gaia if you have any questions about the pulse generators.
May your path lead to truth.
And, like I said, I'll let you know when I'm in landfall. We'll find the data you're after.
I appreciate it.
Hey, I thought I'd check in before leaving for Gemini.
Are you sure we shouldn't be checking up on you? Whatever went on between you and Beta sounded intense. Not that I'm judging. Forge knows all the screws flew loose every time Mercer and I fought.
I think we'll be fine from now on.
I'm glad to hear it.
After we get Hephaestus, we'll be taking the fight to the Zeniths. So, no more reading.
It wasn't that bad. Not really. Besides, going through all that data helped me realize something. You know, the soldiers, the ones that fought the Pharaoh machines so Gaia could be built, they were fighting a battle that couldn't be won. Not with all the weapons in the world. I think most of them realized that, whether anyone said it or not. They still did it, though. They bought time for all the eggheads working to save the future. Our future. As long as I can do that for you, I'll consider myself a success.
Just don't die.
I'm glad you're with me.
Okay, enough. I'm gonna get emotional.
Anybody take you up on that ale you brought yet?
Zoe can't stand the smell of it. I tried Alva, but I don't think she knows what taking a break means. And I'm not putting Varl anywhere near that stuff after that victory party in Meridian.
What about Catallo?
Now there's a man that can hold his liquor. Pretty sure we downed half a keg. We had a good chat, I think.
I think Kutalo erinnert sich wahrscheinlich
Same
besser
here.
dran.
I got a date with a cauldron to prepare for.
Aloy, everything okay with you and Beta? It sounded like you guys had a, lively conversation.
We just had a lot to talk about.
Does this mean she's coming with us to Gemini?
It does. I hope you're ready to rein in the most stubborn AI of all time.
That's what all this was for, wasn't it?
Hephaestus won't go down quietly.
Hephaestus is just a program that's lost its way. We are fighting for our survival. I can always call upon the goddess if you're nervous.
Funny. I hope firing off those pulse generators.
It'll work. It has to.
Always optimistic, huh?
Nah, just stubborn. It's a good quality to have when dealing with you.
Yeah.
Ja, weil Aloy ja überhaupt nicht stubborn ist.
You were right, you know. About keeping Rost's memories buried. I guess part of me thought he was holding me back. Because he wanted me to be a Nora. But the truth is, he gave me a lot. And I took him for granted.
He was a good man. He raised you well.
Any last findings you want to share before leaving?
Not really. Though I've reached a decision.
Oh?
When we put Gaia together, I want to return to the Nora. Spread what I've learned.
You think they'll listen to you?
In time, I believe so.
If anyone can make it happen, it's you, Varl. What will you and Zoe do if you go back to the Embrace?
I hope she'll come with me. At least for a while. And I'll go with her to Plainsong too. She'll probably want to talk to her people about all this as well. We'll figure it out.
I know you will. How does everyone seem to you?
Anxious, but ready. I heard Catallo ask for Alva's help with his pulse generator. And I know he's been helping her with a few fighting techniques, just in case.
I hope they aren't needed.
Like I said, just in case.
I'm glad you're coming with me, Varl.
Sure there's no urge to run off alone in there somewhere?
No more running. Hey, we'll be going after Hephaestus soon. You good with the plan?
I've already got the location of my assigned cauldron.
Good.
I heard you and Beta had a talk.
News travels fast.
It wasn't exactly a quiet conversation.
There were just things that needed to be said.
A healthy crop to those who clear the weeds between them, as the Utaru say.
You look like you have something on your mind.
We're going to war soon. And war is something I promised myself I'd left behind in the Red Raids. But the more of your data I go through, every voice I hear, every word I read from our ancient past, it makes me realize just how much life was given so that ours could flourish. Fighting for that gift, it's our responsibility. If we fail, it was all for naught.
Helps to know you're not alone.
For a moment there, you sounded like Varl.
I don't know what you're talking about. I should go.
As soon as you intend to leave for Gemini,
You'll hear about it.
Aber noch fertig. Gemini begeben.
Aloy, are you well?
Had a bit of an issue with Beta. It's better now, though.
Ah, I'm not surprised.
Really? Why not?
I once knew a warrior who discovered he had a brother late in life. It was deeply uncomfortable for him.
Did he ever get over it?
In time. But not before the two siblings nearly killed each other in a single combat challenge.
Ah. Well, at least I avoided that. Think you're ready to put all your training to the test?
I am Tenakth. I am always ready.
You nervous about the mission ahead?
If I live, it will be in victory. If I die, it will be in battle. What matters most is that you achieve your objective.
I'll do my best. I should go get...
I await your order.
Okay. Jetzt mal mit allen geredet.
All this time, I've been so focused on what Elizabeth was like, what she would do. I was wrong to hold Beta to that standard. I probably shouldn't even be doing it to myself. I'll try to do better. So much of who I am is because of Rost. Even now, he's still teaching me. And he'd probably scold me for taking so long to learn the lesson.
Ja. Aber dann werden wir jetzt noch ein bisschen Sidequests machen. Und Karen Light dahin und Gainscape auch mal wieder hin. Auch. Erstmal nach Chains. Reden wir mit Petra und reden mit wer sonst noch alles da ist. Und den. Aber.
Making sparks fly out there?
Hey, I'm looking for an Osram named Marsa. She might be working here in Chainscrape. Do you know her?
Marsa? Yeah, of course. Tough gal. Puts her back into her work. Not like the drunken louts around here. Why are you looking for her?
I met her brother out west. He asked me to return a family heirloom to her.
Huh. I didn't know Marsa had a brother. Anyway, last I heard she was doing a job out by those old Karja signal towers. Northeast of here.
Thanks.
Ostrom family squabbles ain't pretty. Best of luck wading into that muck. I'll, see you until next time.
Okay. Ach. Ja, genau da, wo ich hin will. Was ein Zufall. Ich weiß nicht mal, ob das wirklich ein Zufall ist. Das ist irgendwer, mit dem ich reden kann.
Ow! Ah! Welcome to my...
I see you all made it back.
Hammer and tongs. That they did, Huntress. They tell me you blasted through the problem. Lokuf here came back trembling like a twig. Hey!
What's important is everyone made it out. No thanks to Ulvund. Let's just count our lucky sparks that Petra's taken over the mine's supervision.
Guess that means no more slacking off.
Just stay safe. Petra said Porta's sister should be working around here. I have a feeling she won't be thrilled to hear from her brother. But at least she'll get her lockbox back. Marsa?
Yeah? What's it to— oh, the Nora maid. How do you know my name?
I, met your brother Porguf out west. He asked me to give you this.
My ma's lockbox. That miserable chuff stole this from me. By the forge, he broke the lock too.
Actually, that was from a rock breaker.
Oh, so he's dead then?
Nah.
No. After he saw what was inside, he wanted you to have it.
Oh, then I guess guilt finally caught up with him. Let's see here.
Und, was ist drin?
A
Nichts.
jewel. Surprised he didn't pocket it for himself. And a letter. It's from my mom. Her last wish was that I make amends with Porgov. That doesn't make sense. Porgov caused her, all the family, so much grief. Always running off to chase easy shards instead of helping Dad at the forge. Why would I want him back in my life?
If Porgov read that letter, then maybe he wants to make amends too. He also asked me to tell you that he remembers the flying keg.
That lug. When we were kids, we used to grab a metal panel and slide down this big hill. But one day, Porgov got the idea to use an old keg. He climbed inside and off he went. Only, he didn't stop at the bottom of the hill. That keg kept rolling with Porgov still inside, right off a ledge. You'd think the keg sprouted wings the way it soared. Then splash! Right into the lake. Thought he drowned for sure. But he lugged himself out, onto the shore, and shouted, "Again!"
Sounds like a good memory.
Think that might be the only time I can remember us not fighting. Just lying there, by the lake, laughing till it hurt to breathe. When you met my brother, did he look okay?
As well as you can expect for someone out in the middle of the desert. You could see for yourself.
Nah. I mean, I heard some folks are headed out that way, but I don't know. I'll think about it. Thank you for bringing me this. Here, for your troubles.
Thank you. If you decide to go, you'll find your brother at a place called Camp Nowhere.
Of course he'd end up nowhere.
I'm making good use of this. Not a flower. Those vines are blocking the way into the tower. There we go. No room on me. I can send it to my stash. one of the signal devices. Should be a lens I can grab for Reyna. Okay. I think that's the last lens. I should...
So, du bist... Nutzen wir mal einen Fast Travel.
Is that what I think it is?
Now you've got all your lenses.
My pops would be sad they're tearing down those towers. But he'd be happy these lenses were spared. Many thanks to you, Aloy. Oh, here. What I owe you. Now, this has truly been a profitable endeavor for the both of us.
So what are you gonna do next?
I'm taking these back to the claim. Ankle's all better, and I miss the stench of soot in the air.
Let's hope you don't find any more opportunities on your way there.
No promises. Good luck, Aloy.
Yeah, do that. Going out there unprepared's like asking.
Okay. Terraner wollte ich doch auch irgendwie. Schauen.
Guessing Amadas went on his way?
We parted once we were inside the gates. I promised I'd see him back to the Sundom, and I did.
I'm sorry you went through all of that just to break things off in the end.
I'm not.
Really?
I don't want to be with him while he's still holding on to Nessa. Maybe he'll never let go. Or maybe when he's figured himself out. Who knows? All I can say right now is that there's no one quite like him.
That sounds... complicated.
Taking down a Thunderjaw is easier. One day you'll know what I mean.
I don't know about that.
That's what I used to say. As for me, I have the Hunter's Lodge to get back to. Thrushes to train, bigoted nobles to boot out. But hey, look, the one good thing out of all of this mess was that I got to spend time with you again.
I'll miss you, Talana.
Well, whenever you take down a big machine out there, just remember that I'm back east taking down something bigger.
Okay, you're on.
Come here. Until we meet again.
Gentlemen, I'm glad to see you out of that cell.
Did you get them?
I got them. The Eclipse are done. For good.
You hear that? She did our job for us, again.
And survived to tell the tale, which we wouldn't have.
Thanks for believing me, Savior.
You were telling the truth.
See? At least someone around here listens to me.
Okay. Komm, und werde mit
Are you looking for garments and armor?
Das Feierglühen kann ich.
Bombs and herbs here for free.
Da geht jetzt Empire. Und mal schauen, wo geht. Ich auf jeden Fall mal ein paar Ornaments abliefern.
What if we buried them in the sand? Boom traps. But then we might blow up everyone, not just the machines.
What are you two working on?
Red! We're making boom plans.
We struck a deal with Abaddon when we got back. Turns out this place is gonna need some security for all those machines out there. And when he heard how Boomer's invention helped you take down the Vanishing Dread, we convinced him we were right for the job. Now we just gotta figure out how we're gonna keep the machines away without blowing everyone sky high.
Not everyone. The flying ones are already in the sky.
Sounds like you both have a lot of work ahead of you.
And a place to call home.
Home of the Boomworks.
Yeah, we're gonna have to work on that name.
Yeah, you!
You sure look like you can fend for yourself.
Seemed like they were racing.
So the Boom Sisters wandered back into camp. I knew sending you out there was a solid bet. And now, they have a new project to set their minds to.
I heard you had something to do with that.
A good shardsman knows how to turn impending disaster into opportunity. And speaking of shards, you here to buy something?
Nah.
Good fortunes to you.
See you later, Abbott.
Not impressed with those legs at all.
Better than sticking around a bunch of elbows.
So she entered once more, our heroine, whom all adore. You know, all these lanterns floating about are like a guiding light to our little oasis. Glad we left them on. Don't suppose you found more ornaments?
I did, actually. Here you go.
So, did you want to make some changes around here?
Yeah.
This one seems good.
I hope Abaddon is ready for this. Fireworks like Moreland's. And all that other stuff floating around. Is that snow?
Don't think so.
Dust?
No.
Hail?
I think it's just sparkles.
Oh,
Ignoring me again?
interesting. Oh, and before I forget, help yourself to the contents of that chest over there. For our heroine who dared the challenges of the West.
Okay, Legendary Shredder Gauntlet? Don't want. Don't need. Shredder Gauntlets.
I'm not quite sure I live up to all that, but thanks.
Okay. Kann sich mal da oben.
Build some kind of balloon contraption. We survived.
Got the ancient relics from the ruins you mentioned. Found them when I tracked down your thieves. Turns out they got themselves into more trouble than they could handle.
That's the Forbidden West for you. You held up your end of the bargain. I'll put these treasures you've reclaimed to good use.
Does this mean you can start working on your armor now?
Not quite. I was taking a morning walk to clear my mind for the visionary task ahead of me. and I ran across a herd of lancehorns. Swift, delicate, but vigorous. The best armor in the Forbidden West should be just as nimble, and I'll need their parts to achieve that.
Okay. Das krieg ich hin.
Honda's Lancehorn herd should be close to this area. Here they are. Time to hunt some Lancehorns. Might be faster to hunt these guys on a mount.
Ich hab aber gerade keinen Mount.
Do I have any fire ammo on me? One down! Honda's crew should be able to pick things up from here. I'll just take some salvage back to camp like Honda asked.
Okay.
Honda's in trouble. I better deal with those machines. Might be a good time to use it. Not much.
Damn scavengers! They're an occupational hazard, but still, it's a good thing you showed up.
Happy to help. I brought you the Lancehorn salvage you asked for.
Ah! This ought to make my armor shine like a spark in the night. Thank you, Aloy. Maybe you'll visit our main camp near Barren Light sometime. Bear witness to a moment in history as my armor transcends all others.
Sure, if I can. Take care, Honda.
Okay.
Like scrap. You never know what treasures you'll find.
Da gibt's einen Private Call. Cool. Fun Fact Store.
Looks like some rebels died fighting a machine. A lot of tracks here. Maybe one got away? I should look around with my focus.
Hier war mal ein Rebel. Da.
Stay and rest, or push on. She won't be bothered by acid.
Apex Facts. Nicht irgendwo. Right.
Guess there are no cauldrons out there.
Okay, get up!
I can keep going.
Wie gegen Schock. Endlich die Gegend clear. Nein.
This is a find. think this is the last of the mine launchers.
Okay.
You said you needed mine launchers? Here they are.
Oh, thanks. Salga! Take these and set them up around camp, okay? So, red hair, kills machines like I down ale. I'd say luck just brought us the savior of Meridian.
Just, Aloy. You mind telling me why you're hunting stalkers in the middle of Tenakth's territory?
Oh, not hunting. Salvaging.
So you're salvagers. Are you part of Karif's crew?
Yes, actually.
And you're getting parts to forge him some armor out here?
Our leader, Warrend, was obsessed with the Forbidden West. Collected every story he could find about it. And he was convinced that what he needed to make the armor is in this jungle.
He wasn't worried about the Tenakth? Or machines?
He thought we could stay out of their way. But a few days ago, we ran into a Thunderjaw. Warren managed to lure it away from the camp, but we haven't seen him since. Now he's gone, and we don't even have the plans for his armor. They're in his trunk, and it's locked. Maybe you could track him down. Even if all you can...
I can look into it.
Will do.
Stepped up. No one else did. I say that puts him in charge.
Gotta be prepared.
For ein Bau.
The locator shows there's another recording in there.
You really believe these robots getting loose is an accident? That they can't be stopped? Wake up and smell the spin. So what? This is some sort of intra-corporate conspiracy? You think Pharaoh and the others are depopulating the planet? Exactly. Pharaoh, Metallurgic, SCMH. We're being slaughtered so the CEOs and their cronies can claim what's left. We're a sacrifice.
Pharaoh might have been responsible, but he couldn't stop the machines. That was the problem. My focus just detected another flight recorder.
Okay.
Doesn't look like plasma will do much damage.
Ich habe das Gefühl, den Behindern könnte es sein, dass ich auch dann halt selbst bekämpfen darf. Best. Man muss ihn ja nicht mehr machen. Ah, wir. Whitemoor seid schon aufgedeckt. Kann mir das jemand erklären? Wohin wurden die Whitemoors gepult, dass ich die schon entdeckt habe?
Need to search more cauldrons to learn how to override that.
Okay. Gilt als completed. Falscher Weg. Das ist gar kein Weg. Sei. Ich glaube, also ganz kleine Vermutung, dass ich auf jeden Fall volle Thrust Arrows brauche.
This is where Danor's contract said they ran into a Thunderjaw. Before Warren lured it away. Let's see if my focus can pick up something. There. Tracks. That's Warren's. A lot of broken trees. Thunderjaw tore through the jungle chasing after one Oseram.
Aloy, it appears that you are close to a cauldron. There may be more machine override you could acquire from its core. I will mark its location in your focus.
Okay, thanks, Gaia. Warren really gave the Thunderjaw a chase. I couldn't outrun it forever. Okay, I gotta find that key for Danor. Better take a look at Warren's body. There's no key. That's gotta be around here somewhere. Maybe my focus can spot it. Machine markings. They're too small for a Thunderjaw. Warren must have clipped this from the Thunderjaw during the fight. Uh-oh. I don't think I'm alone. Based on where this dispenser's loaded, looks like Warren clipped this from the Thunderjaw. Clever shot!
Sagen, der ist vielleicht stuck.
Thunderjaw's grab any salvage they can find. Maybe they took Warren's key. I should climb the waterfall. See if they left anything behind.
Hast du hier zufälligerweise einen Eingang in einen Cauldron?
These walls. Is this a cauldron? Ready for anything now?
Sagen.
Whoa!
Geht's jetzt in den Cauldron?
This place is in a bad way. But if its core is still active, I should get enough data to override some new machines. I can see an opening behind these walls. Light. Looks like some sort of canister. It works. I should be able to reach that ledge now. More pebble scroungers. Looks like they've been busy. Find a way out of here. More canisters. I might be able to climb my way out. This thing's stuck. There's gotta be another way to loosen this crate. Too high. I didn't think I'd let me reach it. That's no good. I'll use the pullcaster on that. I'll look for higher ground so I can pull on that canister.
Okay.
Be able to climb up to that ledge now. It's not gonna go down easy. Maybe there's something here I can use in a fight. Focus might help me. Machine's weak to fire. that's done. Why would these machines stick around if the cauldron's not working? I better get to the core. Quick. Those rails usually carry materials to the cauldron's core. I follow them. I find what I'm looking for.
Frostclaw war jetzt inklusive. Da hoch.
Master can't reach.
Hey Leute, manchmal kannst du es auch einfach nicht. Ja, da ist der Cauldron wohl länger nicht intact.
Place is pretty damaged. These overrides. Ah! Something's wrong. What are these things? This one's damaged. It's been taken. Oh, it's leaking. Guess that means I can follow its trail.
Ah. Also Parts geklaut.
Can't hook onto that. Whatever took it must have climbed out of here.
Weil ich zu Leute.
There has to be a way to follow the trail up there. Cargo crate. Could be useful. There's it. I get zapped by that shield.
Dann auf der anderen Seite die Cargo Crate nehmen und da drunter stellen.
That should do it. I can climb on that vent now.
Da klettern, Aloy.
Is that a scrap pile? I've never seen one so big. The machines must be scrapping the cauldron for parts. That's why they stuck around. I'm gonna need my focus if I want to find anything around here. That's not it. Not the part I'm looking for. Don't need that. Still not it. That's not it. Not the part I'm looking for.
Ich hab das Gefühl, dass ich nicht kämpfen darf.
Don't need that. Still not it. That's not it. Not the part I'm looking for. Don't need that. Still not it. Found it. Whoa! Didn't like me touching its stuff. I can't let it take that part back. To the core before more of those things show up. I think that looks. Don't think I can go back that way. Especially not carrying this. Closer. Try again. That might work. This should make things easier. Can help?
Die kann das einfach aufbauen.
This again. At least I know I can get back to the core from here.
doch wohl beim Ziel laufen könnte. Regulator. Ruhig da drüben auf den billigen Plätzen. Boah, aber das braucht, er braucht wirklich ein bisschen Öl. Das Metall hier. Das kriege ich gleich. Gibt doch bestimmt noch einen Boss. Da der Boden so bebt, ach, das Silverfangs. Falsche Gegend. Der nicht in der Wüste.
Don't like the sound of that. I better hurry there. Now I need to redo it. Or not.
Aloy, beweg dich! Beweg dich!
Done with this place. I Looks like the core's rebooted, so let's try this again. This will give me machine override. I'll use out in the wild. More overrides I need to restore.
Snapper und Spikes nach Bunch. Ah ja.
Guess I'm blasting my way out of here.
Okay. Aber ich war da stehen.
Climb that waterfall. Check if the clamberjaws left any scrap behind. The scrap pile. Let's see if I... Oh, there it is. One key, ready to be delivered.
Okay. Fast travel ich mal. Schauen, wo der nächste Fast Travel ist.
I think he can decide where we're all going. Man stepped up when no one else did.
I found Waren's key.
So he really is dead. He was a good man.
At least he saved everyone here.
Let's hope this key shows us how to honor his memory. It's a map, with salvage sites marked on it. I was right. He wanted us to finish what he started, to finish the armor. But the crew is still injured and tired. I can't ask them to do this, Aloy. Do you think you have time for a few more contracts?
What do you need me to do?
Warren marked a beach we scouted before setting up camp. I think I know what he was looking for. Behemoths, and the spike snouts that strengthen them. Reinforced behemoth parts should make our armor tough as nails.
I'll give it a go then. Lay it on me.
Warren marked an inlet on this map. By the looks of it, he was looking for something underwater. I need you to find out what he might have been searching for there, and bring it back here.
I'll see if I can take a look. I should get going.
Good luck.
Okay. Da wurde es. Und das sind Sachen fürs nächste Mal. Wenn es steht. Und ich bin. Entsprechend sage ich. Bis zum nächsten Mal.